Hi, it's day 4 of the candles, and Teri is here with us, and we're going to go into the whys and wherefores and how she sees candles working for us. But we're going to open, as usual, with the meditation, and then we will come back to Teri. She's not going anywhere. You'll still see her, but you won't see me because I'm going over here. Okay. The act of lighting these candles serves as a metaphysical beacon, guiding our spirits to the next level of existence and fostering a deeper connection with the universe. This blue light special upgrade signifies transformative experience where our spirits become a catalyst for the strengthening of universal connections. Day 1. Day 2. Day 3. And day 4. I leave the flame there long enough. Okay. And during this ritual, we focus on our intentions on personal growth, spiritual enlightenment, and aligning our energies with the natural rhythms of the planet. It's a time of introspection, envisioning our desired future, seeking harmony with the world around you. It's a time to celebrate growth and balance of the collective. By embracing this ritual, we are acknowledging the interconnectedness of all the life on Earth, channeling that awareness to evaluate our spiritual journey. It's a beautiful way to celebrate and embrace the cyclical nature of existence while seeking personal and collective growth. So there's our 4 candles. And now we're going to come back. And Teri had already lit hers because she's ahead of the game here. And Teri, you and I talked a little bit about it, but what's your perspective on this time of the blue light entering our lives?
Well, the blue light's been coming to us in meditations for a while here, for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought of it as serenity and kind of the veil of the mother, Our Lady of Guadalupe or
Mm-hmm.
Lakshmi, whoever you want to use. But just that energy coming in of serenity.
Mm-hmm.
And then it also comes in with diamond light. So it's like a blue diamond coming in. And Diamond Sutra is a space of instant awareness, super consciousness. So it's just kind of a flash of light. So, kind of like heart chakra openings or Kundalini openings, you want to be soft with it. You want to be, you don't want to have a boom, boom, boom. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
You'll burn a few brain cells, but it comes in, and as it activates, slowly but surely, we're also seeing a peak light come in with it, which is an angelic light that comes in to soften things. And I think it's important to be gentle with yourself right now, and watch what you're doing as you're doing it. They're talking about. Do you want me to go into my channeling now
Yeah,
for
sure.
what I channeled earlier? So they're talking about walking into it and stepping into that light, the new light. This is here for you, they say. Focus on the universe within you and reflect the universe outside you.
Mm-hmm.
So, whatever you're doing right now, um, inside, the love inside that you have for yourself, the love that you have for everybody else in the universe will be reflected outside you. We're all creators. And then if you just go ahead and center on that rather than the chaos outside you, because that chaos can come inside as well. So to be very reflective on what you're centering in on. Imagine, know, and become. And they're really firm about that imagine, like imagine what you want, feel it, and then know it, and then become it. So
Mm-hmm.
that's part of that stepping in. And that stepping into energy is kind of fun, and it's the place of knowing everything. Also, it's the place of non-duality. So it's kind of like walking between the positive and the negative, walking between the feminine and the masculine, walking between darkness and light. So it's a space of infinite potential. So when we walk in there, we can just step into that and know what we want and manifest. Let's see, what else did they say? Notice how you can heal. So, healing your body, also working with your light body. We're going to be working with your physical form, your mental and form, and then your spiritual form. So,
Mhm.
your light body as you work with that. And with that, you can change, and this is entertainment only,
Mhm.
but basically, you can change your DNA is what they're saying.
Mhm.
So when this light comes in, it changes every molecule within your body. But not just that, to recognize that it can also change every molecule outside you. You This is truly the space of infinite potential where
Mhm.
you can change what you need and what you want. That's why for years people have been saying, don't worry about money. Everything's going to be taken care of. And I
Mhm.
know I had a vision a while back of my death, and I died in this beautiful place, and I went to my angels and they said, we told you you never needed to worry about anything. So
Mhm.
it's just, there's this beauty that's coming into us with this, that we can create our own lives. Um, so the physical, the mental, and the spiritual bodies align to the 5D. You're walking right now between the 5D and the 3D. And probably when you're meditating, when you're sleeping, you're already in the 5D. But you're walking in between all the time. So if you're watching this, I'm sure you're on that path, that everybody's going in between the two. There will be people that decide to stay in the 3D, and that's okay. There is no judgment ever on where you want to be and what your choices are. I mean, within reason, but there's no judgment on the other side. So if you want to stay 3D, that's your choice. But more than likely, you're not. If you want to be different, everything is as it should be, they say. Do not worry. You are exactly what you're supposed to be, and you're cherished right now for who you are. Um, Never forget that you're constantly held in light and grace.
Mhm.
So step into manifesting, walk through the door of the in between, divine light, um, no positive or negative, infinite potential. Imagine, believe, and know the energy of your desires. Ley lines and crystalline energy activate. Weave them, and they're talking about the ley lines and how you can weave them and create a new computer program for the planet. And that's what we've all been doing as light workers. We've been working with the ley lines of the planet and interconnecting them, but also working with the grid outside the planet of light. And this is where the 5D is, between that grid and the ley lines.
Mhm.
So it interchanges, and that's that stepping in between that you might be able to see, a lot of you that are working with your intuition. So crystalline energy, um, there's a light space, uh, and you'll see the changes in the light as it comes through. You'll see diamond light that comes through, and it's like a veil. It used to be little gray spots in the veil that you could tell that, okay, this physical form or computer program is not working because I can see a little gray space beyond. But
Mhm.
now as it comes in, and you're going to see the diamond light coming through it, and probably a lot of you are right now. Also, to know with that and all those sparkles come in a lot of elemental energy.
Mhm.
So the dragons, the fairies, quite a few other people coming in. So, and they're also talking about being connected to not just the elementals, but like to the fish, and knowing the fish and knowing the form of the waves as it comes up to the fish, and being able to travel through water that way. Also, to be able to know the bird spirit, the winged ones, and being able to fly and see from above like they do with spiritual awareness.
Mhm.
Okay, so that we are entering into the computer program of love. Everything's going to be centered around that love as we are interconnected, all of us together. And it's a new computer program of love. And then we're going to be moving not at the speed of light, but at the speed of love. They're talking about everything's speeding up as it lightens.
Mm-hmm.
So everything starts with that loving ourselves. So knowing how much we love ourselves and loving others. So close your eyes, see the light language. They're also talking about knowing light. And when we know the light, we're going to be knowing the language of light. We're going to be able to read the language of light. And again, that looks like a computer program and a hieroglyph,
Mm-hmm.
kind of a combination of the two. So imagine with senses, feel with senses, know with senses, and then step into it. There's a pink light that comes in with that. I think I mentioned that, didn't I? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And also the world of the ancestors come in. So with this new light, the ancestors of the planet are also coming in. Well, the ancestors of Gaia are other planets, stars, the sun and the moon. So we can hear from them and we can talk to them, just like we can talk to Gaia now. And also, with that comes in ancestors of the universe, of other universes. So it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger until then we're in the 14th dimension. But we'll be going in and out of that then, that Christ Buddha consciousness at that point. So
Well, that's just a short little assignment there.
yeah, I'm sorry, I kind of droned on there.
No. You got a lot of information in that people can look at and decide what feels most comfortable for me, what calls to me. Because
Yeah.
we're all in different spaces and different places. And as I said in one of the earlier sessions, I know someone who's really very highly evolved, has a lot of good information, knows what she's doing. And she said to me, why am I not feeling this stuff? Well, it's because she's been through much of it before, although my understanding is this is a completely new type of energy and it's going to take its time. It came in through the three Hopi pyramids, which are actually three mesas. They're not pyramids. And it came in through that and it's spreading that energy out through the world. And it can do it really fast, but our ability, have you had your feet on the real ground, or have you had artificial material between your feet and the ground? And how are you going to soak up the energy if you don't touch some of that?
Yeah.
Well, I realize if you live in New Hampshire, the idea of running around outside, walking around barefoot's the only blue thing's going to be your toes when you go back in your house. But where I live, we still are having some days getting close to 70. So you got walk up and down the steps and see feel what's tingling through your toes. And also it's going to filter back up through the earth and then be surrounding us.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is. They also show us that the center of the earth is like a big cavern, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like there's other universes inside the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and then the universes outside the earth. But we're in constant creation of what we want to be and what we want out here. So we're just going to be becoming more aware of it, and the less that we're tied to the 3D world of and I always associate that with the computer program of big business, media, um, big pharma, and the constant wanting to have this job and this mortgage and I need this and I need that, but knowing that you already have that, walking into it is going to be a huge change for people.
Well, it's just, and I think it makes you feel itchy from the inside.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
So, and you kind of go, oh, what's that? Why am I? And you just kind of have to grow with it. I was watching the solar eclipse that we had in earlier this year, and Dallas didn't get the ring of fire. I was 100 miles too far north, but we could see it get almost eaten up and then watch it retreat and move back out. But when it was at the darkest point, which wasn't completely gone, all of a sudden I saw this blue web floating out around in my vision, like if the sun was this little dot in the middle and this is all this blue light coming down. And I knew it was far away, but not here, but it was coming. And so I thought, I didn't know it then. I thought it was my eyes playing tricks. You know how if you push on your eye, you'll see lights.
Yeah.
Okay. So I thought, well, it's because I've been looking at something so dark. So I looked down, took the glasses off, looked around, got back in the real light, put the glasses back on. Everything was blanked out because I wasn't looking at the sun right, and there were no blue lines. So then I looked up at the sun, and now there were the blue lines going down along with red translucent ribbons kind of weaving their way through it. And I said, okay, guys, what's this? And my guides were telling me that it was energy that's coming to Earth, and it's the blue lights actually doing the heavy lifting, but it's bringing this red energetic things, because I don't see red as angry. I see red, the positive part of Mars, gets us up and gets us going.
Yeah.
And so I wrote it down on what I saw, what I did while I was watching the solar eclipse. And then within a week, I saw this woman talking, or a couple weeks, talking about how she actually envisioned exactly where they're coming in and the dates and all that stuff. So I said, is that what I saw? And they said, yeah, that's why we let you see it during the solar eclipse, so you'd understand it's really coming. So, whether we see it or not, it's here.
Yeah.
And this is sort of the reward for surviving since February of 2020. Now we have this outer energy coming in to make us grow and know who we are. And I'm just glad you came to share your vision of it with me, as I am with all the readers who've come. And I hope the people watching this, in the notes below, I'll have how they can find you. But Teri, could you tell people where they can find you if they're
Sure.
not?
Yeah. My channel is Holding Your Space,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm on YouTube. I also do personal readings,
Mm-hmm.
and we have meditations every morning, Monday through Friday. So come join us, and anytime you want to meditate, you're welcome to. I always feel like
what time are your meditations in the morning?
They vary from 8:11 Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and 7:11 for the East Coast people.
Okay.
On Tuesday and Thursday. So nothing too confusing.
Is that 8:11 your time, Kansas City time? Or
yes, Central. Sorry. Yeah, Central.
I spend my whole life trying to figure out those damn times.
Oh my God. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I did a reading for someone in Australia, a 12-month reading. And she just finally said, I've looked on my universal clock, in my Google, and it's this time here now, and it's this time where you are. Figure it out from there, and I want to meet it this time during the day. So I accommodated her time during the day. Australia, I have less trouble with than Europe, but Europe, I have a horrible time.
Europe, it's not so bad. So my brother lives in Europe, and my daughter was in Australia for a year, and that was tough. Australia, I have a really hard time
Well, it's because you have to think, but it's not today, it's tomorrow.
Right? Yeah.
I had my oldest son lived in Guam for about 10 years. He lived over there with his dad, was working out of a company from Guam. And I just told him, screw it. I'm calling you when I want to call you. And if it's the middle of the night and it's some other day, too bad. I'm not a gentle mother. I'm like, get up.
I love it. I love it.
Well, anyway, holding your space. And I will put that in the notes that go along with this. And thank you for coming. And we're going to now go over and blow out the candles. So you can blow out your candles if you want to turn around and do that. Okay.
I will.
Blow them out. And I tell you, my lung doctor the first time I did this, I still had asthma and I could barely blow the candles out. So I'm
Oh,
doing
yeah.
a good job. So everyone have a lovely evening, and we'll see you tomorrow on another premiere at 7 Central Time. Thank you. Thank you, Terry. Bye-bye.
Thanks for having me. Bye.